In this video, I'm going to share with you 5 accessories for the DJI Avata that you should consider. Also, there's one accessory for the Avata that you should avoid and was about to ruin my drone flying career. What you're watching is the scariest footage from any drone pilot's nightmare, a DJI Avata flyaway. Nothing was scarier than watching my drone fly backwards at what felt like 1,000,000 miles per hour, not responding to any movement that can save itself from something tragic. Unable to see where the drone is going except for my best judgment of the area I was in, knowing there's cars, people, and houses all within the vicinity. I had to accept my fate that I was going to end up in big trouble with an FAA incident. But in a miraculous turn of events, this is how my drone landed. Well guys, you did see that right. The other day, my DJI Avata had a flyaway, and it was one of the most scary situations I've been in. And I'm going to show you the accessory to not buy so you can avoid having a flyaway. And stick around for the end to see that. But before that, I'm going to give you 5 accessories to buy for the DJI Avata that will make your life a little more easier. The first one I did mention before is if it's bright out, which not today, pretty cloudy, so I don't think I'm gonna need any ND filters. But if you want the smoothest and most cinematic footage possible, you're definitely gonna want some ND filters to pick up for the DJI Avata. With that being said, next up is for rainy days like this, where the ground's super wet and you don't want to get your drone wet, or you have high grass. I've never ever thought I would use this, but launching the Avata, especially with the motion controller, on some grounds is kind of hard and it won't let you take off. So I got this and it works pretty good. So if I'm hiking on a mountain, I can just put that down and it'll take off anywhere I need it to. And that is just something that I'm super excited about. I thought that I wouldn't ever need one, but it actually helped. Next up is for the fellow people that have the FPV remote. You'll notice it has this clip here that you can put a lanyard in. Being able to just put this around your neck, drop it if you have to, it stays there. When the Avata had a flyaway, I was able to comfortably walk around with this. The goggles on my head, it was no problem. A lanyard definitely helps. You always see people on YouTube with one, and there's a reason. Very comfortable to fly with a lanyard. Next up goes along with the controller. This here is an FPV remote glove. It actually works for other drone remotes as well. You just put your remote in here, and then you can just fly like that, and you can be comfortable. Now today is actually pretty warm here in Alaska. Kodiak doesn't really get super cold temperatures, but in a couple weeks this is gonna be really nice when I go up to the Arctic. Super cold, probably -30. We're gonna test the Avata there. So subscribe, make sure you check out that video. I think that should be fun, if I still have the drone by then. Don't need this today, but you just put your remote right in here. The one issue with this is you can't have the remote and the lanyard on at the same time when this is in here, but just have a seat if that happens. You just gotta make a choice. Do you want warm hands or do you want to be able to drop your remote like that? So I'm gonna choose the latter and go up with the being able to drop the remote today. Don't need this. All right, and then finally is something that's really cool. If you guys live in the US, you know that you have to have this extra wire for your phone for the remote ID. Instead of needing 2 wires dangling from your head, this clip here attaches right on the back of the headband like this, and then you just put that there, and now you have a little attachment that can hold your battery in place, so you can put this on your head and only have one thing hanging. So it's really nice, really convenient, and I think we're ready to fly. Let's go ahead, get this Avata going here, and the wife and dogs are down there a little bit. It's really nice. When my Avata had a flyaway, I had the goggles on, and I realized, hey, this isn't working. So what I did was I threw this up like a catcher would do in baseball, and I let go of the controller, and I looked up, I'm like, dude, this thing's just flying away on its own. Put the goggles back. I'm like, I can't do nothing. Scary situation. And here's a test. Do you really need remote ID with internet service? Let's go ahead and find out. This is a good example because I have no internet service here. No remote ID error. All those times I said, oh, this would suck in remote Alaska, no issues. No internet, no problem. It uses your phone GPS. One battery is all I got right now. I'm gonna send this drone back. I talked to DJI. They'll give me a new battery because when I lost the drone, or when it had a flyaway, it had a crash, and the drone battery was the only thing effective. They say, well, just send the drone in. But really, guys, the issue with the drone was I had this attachment on. Do not buy a GoPro attachment for your Avada. It might work for some people, but it did not work for me. I had about a minute of normal flying, and then it just went haywire. It said that the GPS was blocked, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna land it. And then by the time I tried to land it, it just took off backwards. It was just flying backwards, and I could turn it, but it would, no matter what, it would go backwards. I was like panicking. I was pressing brake, I was pressing this, and nothing was working. And I was like, what is going on here? The way it crashed without hitting anything, without hitting a car or building, is kind of a miracle. First thing that was going through my mind was, oh no, I'm gonna have to write a FAA complaint. Very scary situation. 100%, it was definitely an issue with that cheap $10.99 Amazon little mount that I put up here. And it looked pretty good. Like, I didn't think it would block the GPS because it mounted right here on the drone, like this. But I don't know. Anyway, I'm never doing that again. Hope you enjoyed a little drone footage of Calson here. A pretty day. The rain is about to come in like any minute. This is like the only place that didn't have fog right now. If you like my content, you might consider subscribing. Check out this video right here when this cop took my drone. And that's all I got for you guys. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.